Oh, dang it, I did it again. There we go. Welcome back. It's good to talk to you all again. Not see you all. Um, only the digital versions of yourselves, compressed and encrypted, hopefully, and sent to me via a Google Doc. Not a whole lot on the docket. It's day 21 of quarantine. This is QuaranTalk episode 3 somehow. It is coming out late. A lot of things. There's a lot of moving parts this week. We're gonna see where the rubber meets the road when it comes to actually administering an exam online across the globe. You're all over the place. There's people West Coast, still somewhere in the Midwest, East Coast, different countries, different time zones, different internet access, and boy oh boy, we'll see if we can get this to work. But anyway, we're just going to do a bunch of mailbag today. So let's see if, yep, mailbags are recording. So first one. Oh, good grief. I'm doing this on a different computer. I had to set everything up from scratch, and apparently WordWrap. Where's WordWrap? I don't have my glasses on. WordWrap. View. WordWrap. Crushed it. All right. I had a professor once that told me our class on syllabus day that if they ever respond to an email, we send them to not respond with a thank you because it clutters their email and the thank you is implied. I think, boy, this is. Are you sure you didn't mean to send this to Judge John Hodgman? This is such a Judge John Hodgman question. I think this every time I have to email a professor for giving any reason, it slowly eats away at me. How do you feel about thank you replies? I'm fine with them. I almost treat it like a confirmation of it's been received. I love thank you replies. I think they are a very, very okay thing to do. Clutters up their inbox. Well, if that professor is having, I know what it's like to have a lot of emails. Like if you could see my inbox, it says like 1,000 unread emails, and that's in total. There's like a lot of garbage that I never even open from, just websites that have my email for whatever reason. But no, a thank you, sending thanks, like the idea that ever saying thank you to a person is a nuisance unless you actually surround it with the old school forums like oh, got all caps on too, thanks with a period / sarcasm, like that's kind of annoying. Yeah, no, I don't know why they would be so annoyed. Different people have different levels and weird little rules of etiquette. Like reply all's a hot topic. It's a hot topic. Just sending an email. Like, well, I've sent you an email, and so now you're either A, contractually obligated to do a thing for me, B, the responsibility is completely off my shoulders, C, just I don't know, just weird little quirks about email. There's some agreed upon things, like if you're at a job and your boss sends you an email with instructions to do a thing, actually the responsibility is kind of on you. But unless you're saying thanks in a mean way or sarcastic way or just at the wrong time, like if the original email was like, can you help me with this, and then your reply is thanks. Well, that's not the question. Thanks doesn't apply. Then no, I don't think at least I would ever get annoyed. Maybe your professor still has like a Hotmail account and every kilobyte counts, but in my current situation, I am totally fine with sending a thank you. Next up, what is your most and least favorite thing about C++? What is my most favorite thing? I guess my most favorite thing is, at least from an instructor point of view, is that we do get to look, as much as we choose to, look under the hood of just about everything. Like, if we want to actually start shifting bits and doing, really low level stuff, the lowest level we really get in 168 and 268 is, pointers and pointer math and the difference between, like, call stack allocation versus heap allocation and that kind of stuff. Which a lot of languages you just don't, that's all removed from you. All that's gone. Even Java, like, you don't really get to choose where something's allocated. You don't get to point to a specific element of an array or anything like that. So I like having that option. And my least favorite thing, probably just like the weird inconsistencies of standard things, like standard conventions. Like, if you have a class name, it should start with, like, the whole world would tell you it should start with a capital letter, but string, nope. OF stream, IF stream, nope. Like, okay, well, all right. And then CN and C out, and we never really get into this because we don't talk about things like extern or we don't deal with the global scope a whole lot. But CN and C out aren't types; they're objects. Yeah, so that kind of stuff. Also, how type names can get super long. What was it? It was like a timing code, and there's like 3 or 4 different levels of like standard to one thing, and then colons more, like type to type to type to type, or I think it was like actually more like namespace to namespace to namespace to namespace, and it's like, what is going on? Why is this type name so long? And then they introduced the keyword auto, and it's like, well, if you don't want to care about types, just use this keyword. Like, well, I don't want my students to just not care about types at all. I just wish type names didn't stink so much. Yeah, it's definitely, there is no perfect language, but some languages definitely have more flaws than others. What is my favorite Marvel movie? I guess I'm trying to build the catalog in my head of Marvel movies. Because, I mean, in my defense, there's a lot. There's a lot of them. Let me think. Like, well, I guess if I mean, so I will say it's very rare for any movie I've seen in like the last, I don't know, like 5 or 10 years. Very few have I wanted to like either own or really even see again. Not that I didn't like them. It's just like, I just watched them and they were fine, and then I was done. And there's some I didn't really like at all. Man, I can't even tell you. I saw it. I think I saw it in theaters. But I couldn't tell you what the plot of the second Thor movie is. I remember not much. Red stuff. Was a red thing. Maybe a red Infinity Stone. I'm not sure. But in terms of a favorite one, good golly. No, I don't know why I'm a big old nerd. Why am I blanking on list of Marvel movies? But I feel like there's older ones. And I guess if Spider-Man counts. Oh yeah, if Spider-Man counts, and we're not talking about like this new MCU that led up to the Infinity War. If Spider-Man counts, and even the older Spider-Mans, the Sam Raimi ones, Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2 would be my insta-lock favorite Marvel movie. Absolutely. I'm looking at a list. I'm trying to see if there's anything in terms of there is one I wanted to see again, just because I think like I remember enjoying it, and then I remember scenes, but I'm not sure what movie they're from, and I think they're from this movie I want to see again, from The Winter Soldier. Did this scene happen in that movie? I think it did. I should see if I can find that someplace. And there's some Marvel movies I just haven't seen. Like, I haven't seen Let's see here. I haven't seen Captain Marvel. I haven't seen if the X-Men movies counts. I think the last one I saw of those was Days of Future Past. I never saw Logan. I haven't seen any of the Hulk movies. What else have I not seen? I haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse. Even I really should see that one. That one's on Netflix and it's a cartoon. I have children, but I think Luna is only 3. I don't think she's ready for that yet. But I am. I think I'm ready. I'm an adult. All right. Let's see here. Hang on. I haven't actually read it. Make sure there's nothing not safe for work in here. Okay. It's safe to paste. All right. Most people say it's really hard for international students to get internships and jobs here since the companies don't want to fund them. I've also heard myself in the job fair from recruiters we don't take internationals. What do you have to say to this? What advice would you give the international students so that they can get internships and jobs like any other American to be successful in life? It is more difficult for international students to get like scholarships and internships, and that has to do. There's a lot of variables there. Sometimes the money that the company has to spend on like a given project or research group or whatever, and this can be in grad school too. There's jobs within KU that are American citizens only, and the reason that is the grant that they got was from the Department of Defense, and one of the stipulations is basically, well, it is what it is, I guess. Whether it's a good or smart thing, it's that the money is like supposedly, if this is American, the idea is supposed to be if it's American taxpayer money paying for this, then this should only fund American citizens. It shouldn't fund anyone else. I do think that there's a little bit of narrow-sightedness there of if this person is working for an American company, like there's this weird idea of like, well, they shouldn't come here and get an education here and then go back to their country and improve that country. I mean, if that happens, okay. I do like the idea of like, if uh, 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 if a certain country has an idea that they want to spend the money on their citizens, okay, I get it, but it slowly turns into this weird like labyrinth that international students like get invited into and then have to navigate with very little guidance. And in terms of what advice would you give international students so they can get internships and jobs, I would say contact me and I can put you in contact with the international students who have already had to jump through all these bizarre hoops, because it was already hard like pre 2016, and it's only gotten harder. Not to take sides in the political aisle, but all my GTAs and all of my international undergrad students have just been very forthcoming in saying that basically the new rules that are coming out of the current administration are making the incentives for companies to actually invest in international students basically go away. That things like travel bans or just the pulling of funding for these things, it removes any incentive for them to fund international students, and they're still a business, so they make business decisions and they say like, well, the safe bet's an American citizen. So, but contact me and I can put you in touch with international students that have already had to do it, and I would lean on their advice. Yeah, not a good sitch. Not a good sitch at all. Can you make a video of how to use a debugger? I'm not quite sure how to use it. Okay. I will put this on the things to do list. It may not be me. I may task a TA with this. But yeah, the goal was that this would actually get shown to you in lab. Like I think it was lab 2 or 3. But yeah, if we need a brush up on that, I'll see what we can put together. Is that true? This can't be true. Congrats on 100 subscribers. Why are people subscribing? I don't understand. What? I don't even, like. Do you get notifications of unlisted videos? I don't even know how a YouTube works. Um. Well, thank you. Thanks for the congratulations. What am I gonna do with my newfound YouTube fame? I think I'm gonna do my best to not let it go to my head. Do you know how to grill? I feel like this is a loaded question. I don't. I'm. Hang on. Does it, okay? So I'm not recording my browser, which is probably for the best, because I'm gonna go. I feel like this means something. Urban Dictionary. Let's. Are the cool kids using this word in a way I don't understand, and I'm just setting myself up to say like, "Yep, I know how to grill." Um. Do I know how to grill? First definition, somewhat illicit. Second definition, a very popular word meaning girl in the online gaming community. So it's just a misspelling. It's like te. Okay. Alternative word for girl, which is the wrong word for woman. It turns out, unless they're unless they're actually not an adult. One's personal business. Oh, grill. One's personal business. Okay. One's teeth. Oh yeah, grill. Like having a grill, like I would assume some sort of metal over your teeth or metal teeth. Um. Okay. And then just the grill of a car. Grill, to stare at someone or something. Uh, he kept grilling me. Yeah, I guess I've heard of that term as well. If we're talking strictly the process of opening up some sort of a metal trough or bin, the dumping in of coals. Um, I prefer the just actual charcoal with no lighter fluid or anything added to it, and then I dump those into a chimney, and the chimney is basically looks like a foot tall coffee mug made of metal, but instead of being like solid at the bottom, it in fact is just like another. It's a tinier grill. It's a handheld grill, but don't carry it around because the bottom. You underneath this grill, you actually stuff newspaper. You light the newspaper, and then the charcoal just sits in this chimney and gets hot really fast. Speeds up the heating process. You dump the chimney of hot coals out into your metal trough. You put what is it? Actually, the grill, the like the lattice, the metallic lattice over the hot coals. Wait for that to heat up, and then you apply food. If that's what we're talking about, no, I don't know how to do that. All right, only one more to go. So there's a Google Drive, a thing we made, and I have seen this, and that is amazing. I don't know. It's very weird. Like subscribers, again, it feels like I don't even know if a subscriber gets any benefit. If you haven't noticed already, look at that. Look at this. Look at that. That's amazing. That's Kansas City. I've been in those buildings, like two of them. It looks like, are those? Is that like a construction on the side of the Union there? Because the Chiefs are up. It's almost like a post Super Bowl. Yeah, everything's red. That must have been post Super Bowl. Wow, that was like the last good thing that happened this year. Holy cow. Anyway, that piece of that new logo is awesome, and that thing that was sent to me via Google Drive is another new logo. I have a new logo for episode 4 already. That's crazy. So yeah, that cleans up the docket for today. And I hope you're doing well. I hope this finds you. I hope this new bizarre world is getting a little bit easier. Um, it strangely is. It's become a new normal. It's day 21. It's shocking what people can just get used to. So I think it's time to get played out. I did everything wrong. Why are people subscribing to this? My browser's not working. Okay, hang on. Let's try this again. Oh, good golly.